Shares of Madrigal Pharma gaining more than 14% this week. The company delivering another strong quarter as demand for its Rezdiffra, the only FDA-approved MASH treatment drug, continues to rise. Madrigal also announcing last week that it secured a global license for an oral GLP-1 drug that will combine with Rezdiffra for a once-a-day pill. For more on the quarter and the path ahead, Madrigal CEO Bill Sibold joins us now. Bill, great to see you again.
Great to see you, Michelle. Thanks for having me again.
Melissa. But it's been a while,
Melissa,
so I understand
Melissa.
No problem. I wanted to ask you about Madrigal because analysts are just over the moon about the results, the growth, the uptake, et cetera. Right now, 80% of the top targets doctors have prescribed Rezdiffra, and I'm wondering how you think about your penetration in the market currently and how fast that can grow going forward.
Yeah, look, we are at the very beginning, really, of this launch. When you think about it, we're at 7% penetration into the 315,000 diagnosed population. So there are literally years ahead of growth. And I think that's what's really so exciting about this opportunity is it's one of the highest unmet needs. It's the #1 cause for liver transplants for women in the United States, #2 for men, soon to be #1. So we're at the very beginning. We're the first product to launch. We've had great penetration into our top prescribing or target physicians, and we're just getting started. So we see ourselves positioned for really almost decades of growth in a growth market that will go on for decades, and we're in the best position in it, we believe.
I want to talk to you also about the exclusive global rights that you have to this. It's basically a derivative of orforglipron, which has been in the news just this week with Eli Lilly's data about orforglipron. And there was a disappointment embedded in that drug. And of course, for Lilly, they're targeting specifically obesity. And for you, it's for the treatment of type 2 diabetes and obesity. The effectiveness wasn't necessarily the issue. It was the ability to stay on the drug, the adverse events, as well as the dropout effects. And I'm wondering how you view that data in relation to the derivative of orforglipron that you have rights to right now.
Yeah, actually, the data read out as we would want it to have. And let me explain. First of all, what makes this all possible is we just recently had a new patent issued, a dosing patent, which goes out to 2045. So we have a very long runway to think about how we're going to continue our leadership in the space. One of the things that we learned in our clinical trials was that with Rezdiffra, if you, in the presence of at least 5% weight loss, just 5% or greater, it actually potentiated the effect of Rezdiffra. So for us, a combination with an oral GLP-1 makes a lot of sense. We don't need to be in the race for the highest amount of weight loss, like all the other oral GLP-1s and the whole category and every competitor entering the space. We're just looking for the right balance of getting us to at least 5% and something that's safe and well tolerated. So when we put the combination together, we really maximize the effect for patients. So the data that was presented this week on orforglipron is actually very supportive of the strategic move that we made.